Shit talker Blake. I was talking about the contract of birth and your money behind it. Like when you go to jail, they use it then. When the homeless program, there is a spiral notebook somewhere that says this person will be homeless, that person will be homeless, that person will be homeless. However, the Adjustment Bureau comes in and adjusts your well, you become homeless. Now you go to a homeless shelter and you give them what? Your social security number. It is either in your head, you know it by heart, or it is in your hand because you just pulled it out your wallet or your purse or your pocket. It's still in your hand, right? That is the number of a man. When you give them the number, then they go into your contract of birth. And this is how the money is given to the shelter for the shelter to house you. Yet, a lot of the money that goes into the shelter, there is also a funding project put up. So people will give them also money. And this is how they stay rich. They would rather put me and my son in a shelter that costs $750 a week. This is coming off of our contract of birth because the contract of birth is put in place and it is supposed to help sustain those who are born here in America with a contract of birth. The money behind it, that money is for you. It is your contract of birth. You are the representative of the straw man, not them. But they have taken it and made themselves the representative of the straw man. You are the representative of the straw man. The straw man was created so that when you, it's for us to even buy a home. It's for us if we need a car. It's for anything we need. Like, if you become disabled in Social Security, you think all this money is taxpayers' money? Well, taxpayers' money must go to the contract of birth first. It must, I don't know. However, once it goes to the contract of birth, that is what they're pulling off of. And I have a lot of money on my contract of birth. Why? I do not know. But there are many of us who have more money on our contract of birth than others. Even though some are older than me, I have more money on mine than they have on theirs. Why? I do not know. I have not did the research and I have not found anyone to even give me information of why. It is only a rhetorical question I can ask myself because I don't know why. So the Adjustment Bureau is also adjusting the money behind our contract of birth. So they are just allies to go to prison. You know, as like Amy's son is in prison and she tells everyone how this shit happened and how it works. Because the Adjustment Bureau came in and wrote a life over. I mean, they are writing scripts. That's why they are pink people. Not just the color of pink. Because they always have paper and ink. Always writing shit.
So we gave you the razor that even we could fix.
Let's see what happens.
Planet to the brink of destruction in the Cuban Missile Crisis. At that point, the decision was taken to step back in again before you did something that even we could fix.
Before they did something that even they could not fix. So now I say he is coming as Inky. Because now Inky, he said it last night. Even he cannot fix it. Well, the Adjustment Bureau has broken so much shit that now Inky cannot even fix it. Someone's going to have to fix this shit.
You don't have free will, David. You have the appearance of free will. You expect me to believe that? I make decisions every day.
But there is the word believe in other neurolinguistic programming. You do not have to believe. You should know or you should not know. Either I know or I do not know. There is no in between. Fuck believe. Be means to bring into existence. The next word will be lie. Bring into the existence the lie, which gives them the victory. Gives who the victory? The elite, you know? The elect of Aleister Crowley.
Free will, which toothpaste you use.
We do not have very well in what toothpaste we use and this and that, because now fluoride is in our toothpaste, and less mercury. Chemtrails and all other kind of chemicals is in our beverages. So we are not actually choosing to drink these things. These things are there, and we must, or we can just die. And you can think you can just eat fruits and vegetables, but fruits and vegetables are only GMOs. And I'm not going to go and pay $5, and just not going to pay $3, $4, $5 for one fucking orange. No. I don't even eat oranges anymore. I very seldom eat fruit because I know it's just nasty.
Humanity just isn't mature enough to control the important things.
He said humanity is not mature enough to control the important things. Humanity, we are humanity, they are mankind. And we are not mature enough to control the important things. This is why these motherfuckers are in control. And we allow them to stay that way.
So you handle the important things. Well, the last time I checked, the world's a pretty screwed up place. Still here. If we left things in your hands, it wouldn't be.
He said, what's the hell? If we left things in your hands, it wouldn't be. That is maybe so. They can wipe us out in one wipe. I don't know why it's a game to them, but it is not a game to me. So they wanted me to stay on them, but I'm going back to Dr. Valentine. And now back to Dr. Valentine.
274 AD, a rural barmaid who flirted with a Roman officer. The boy was named Constantine. He was born in the inn.
Now, I also went to look up Constantine, and it is exactly as the name says. I also found a series dealing with Constantine. Now, I started watching the series, and yesterday, I was watching a little before I fell asleep, and they had like a concert, and everyone was putting up the fingers for the Baphomet head, that sign. And I said, oh, this is some Aleister Crowley shit for real. And about 5 minutes later into the series, the man used Aleister Crowley's name, and it is all about magic and wickedness, and they are using the so-called black man there too, because they need our energy. If we were just to let go of them, just totally, let go of them, don't go to their jobs, don't go to their schools, don't go and be a celebrity for them, whether you are singing or you are in the movies. No, especially the movies. One singing too, because one of the series, I forget the name of it, and the name really does mean something when you watch it. One of the series, I'm going to go and find it. Shit talker plague. This is it, the Devil's Vinyl. That is the name of it, the Devil's Vinyl. In here, it is dealing with music, okay? And the music, it gets to people's ears. And they can, it's Hollywood, so they, make it like it just really fucks them up, or something like that. And see, it says it. Let me read it though. John and Zed. Zed is this girl that comes along. It's funny, her name is Zed. Travel to Chicago in search of Memphis bluesman Willie Cole's record known as the acetate. Legend has it that the acetate contained the voice of the devil himself, which was recorded on when the devil came to claim Cole's, like Nat King Cole, soul doing a recording session. The record is known to slowly freeze things on contact, and anyone who hears the song dies, while those who are near it and and weak-willed become possessed. That is what they are doing even with the music today. You can become possessed because you are weak-willed. John and Zed also learned that Papa Midnight, now he is a melanated man, a voodoo priest, wants to record to avoid having his soul sent to hell. And that Midnight's hired men, having become possessed themselves, also wanted to broadcast the song as many people as possible, you see. And that is what they're doing. And so they have the melanated men go into the studio and put the song on, and everyone could hear the song, and it is hurting everyone's ears. And after preventing them from playing it on a radio station, Constantine, because he is constant in the things he does, is able to send it to hell where it belongs, with Papa Midnight swearing vengeance afterwards. So now they have Papa Midnight. He is so and he is a melanated man, okay? And now they have him as though he is so wicked, he conjured up something to kill Constantine. However, the way things are played in now, when he wanted to kill Constantine, I said, yeah, kill all those pink bastards. And they always want to come as though they are the fucking hero. And that shit is just all wickedness. That's all it is. It's just fucking wickedness. But the thing is, says the devil's vinyl. And see, they used to come on a record player. And it was funny that they would use Willie, like Will, and Illuminati, and then Cole, like Nat Kingo. Like Nat Kingo's records were something wrong with them. And here's a word, Ace Tate. I don't know what it means. I'm going to find out, right? Okay, so I went from the word, what it was, to this word here. And in the 1712, formed irregularly from Latin Acer. There are computer towers named Acer. I think there are even these things. Laptops named Acer. I think that is the name. It is too sharp, pungent, bitter, eager, fierce, sharp, be sharp and wise, out to a point, pierce. And that's what they were doing with that, what they call the vinyl, whatever. That's what they were doing with the records. They were piercing people's ears with that. Like it is a sharp knife, Aquos. And these are like the words they use in the series Constantine. And sometimes I wonder, what the fuck are they saying? Are they even trying to put spells on us by making us think that what they are doing is trying to put spells to wipe out the wickedness? And here's the word Norse. So Aleister Crowley, he stays like a damn dragon. He drags on and on too. And this word right here, it looks so much like lithium, but I know it is not. It is a language. Here's the word asterisk, which is sharp. Old Church, Slavonic, Astra, United States for Russia, sharp. So, corner, border, sword. And a correct formation, but seldom seen. So this is how they give us things. In the music, it is seldom seen. This also comes from it, 1808. It also is sharp, and then they went there. It has something to do with vinegar. It is also a chemical element. I wonder, is this the same thing? Acidic, is it the same thing they use? Short for acetate silk. Well, it is also a salt form by combining acetic acid with a base. And it is from Latin. Then you go into vinegar, and then you go into acetic, plus a chemical suffix 8. Acetic, I guess. It's a type of synthetic material, so it is not even real. And the word 8, it is in chemistry word forming element used to form the names of salt from acids. It is funny, this would have something to do with a record identical with 8. The substance formed, for example, by the action of acetic acid, vinegar on lead, was described in the 18th century plum bum acetatum example acetate was then taken as a noun meaning to acetate product, i.e. W.E. Flood, The Origins of Chemical Names, London, 1963. So, how can they put this shit on, this is something else I was looking up. And they can put this shit on their record, known as acetate, to pierce, to sharp, like in your ears. And this is what they are doing to people. And that's why I did not like all that goddamn music this morning. I mean, I like songs, certain songs, as long as it's groovy, but I just do not like all that love shit. I just don't. Now, I want to take you to the first one because I wanted to do this myself. And since I do have 16 minutes left. Okay, this is the first one. Following a bus exorcism was caused a demon that he conjured, Constantine conjured to murder a girl named Esther. He didn't conjure her up to murder the girl. Something else happened. But her name was Esther. And that's what got me into it. Esther. It is a ghost, you see? Why did they go all the way down there? All list of Hellblazer characters. So Esther, and she was melanated. She was a melanated little girl. So, I'm going to go back and then I'll go forward again. And see. I guess it's here. It is a ghost. Emma, Gary Lester, Astra, the victim, the TI, of the failed exorcism in Newcastle. Oh, damn, we already know that shit. Consigned to hell, leaving nothing but her disembodied arm as John escapes trying to save her. It was this event that resulted in John being institutionalized in Ravenscar. Look at the name, Newcastle Ravenscar Asylum. That was the first one, first appearance in Hellblazer. So I guess that's the only thing they're going to give me for an end. Then here's Kali, a Hindu goddess of destruction and death. Among other attributes, she was summoned when John, he puts her there. John Constantine used the red I forget what it is, but I know what it is. I just don't know how to pronounce it. To bind her in the body of a man named Goodall. Isn't that something? So you bind a female in the body of a man and his name is Goodall, who then went on a rampage. Constantine then freed and sent Kali on, leaving Goodall brain damaged. Wow. Isn't that something? However, I was saying, in these little clips, they always have a melanated man because they need the melanated man for them to stay surviving. They do. In order for the towers to work, they need our energy. They are pulling the energy from us. And we have lost so much of who we are. We didn't lose it. They have taken it, stole it, they burned it up. When they were burning books, you think they were burning themselves? No, they were burning us. And then it says the beast right here. And then it says magician right there, CIA. They are gamma masters. So they use us for their energy. And this is why we're always in that shit. And this thing is the movie that I am talking about, it is so much on an Aleister Crowley note that they started it off using a little melanated girl. And then Papa Midnight, he is melanated. And there are melanated too. You know what I'm saying? Some do not die and some do die. You just never know. And it's so much magic. And look at the cross. One here. And what the fuck is this? And that is a 5 hanging from there. However, this is a 1 and that is a 3 because they will not leave it alone. They are constant in it. They are constant in conning the fuck out of us. Every time you watch a fucking movie, just sometimes I just don't want to watch the movies or anything, so I begin to make my own goddamn videos. I listen to myself. I get so tired of seeing pink people. And when you watch the so-called black man on TV, you don't get to see him. He is so fucking stupid. I don't want to see that shit. Do you know that the males at the age of 20 do not even know how to use? They are in their 30s. And there are a lot of them are in their 30s and maybe younger. They do not even know how to use a hammer, a screwdriver, a nail, anything, a wrench. They don't know how to use it. If the hinge comes out the door, they don't care, they leave it there. And some of them are bums. They don't look like bums, they don't dress like bums, but they are bums. They don't even take out the trash. They will let the trash just pile up and pile up and pile up. They don't care. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with these men on this planet. And then the women scream and shout because they cannot find a good one. Of course you cannot find a good one. None of you have a culture. All of you are doing what thou wilt. And that is what he said in the one I watched last night. That is exactly what he said. He told the melanated man to do as thou wilt. I'm going to get the melanated man name in there and do something on his name because he is always there. And then they have his eyes the color of yellow like he is, maybe a lion, And then sometimes he has these wings on his back and then he can come as the doctor or he can come as this person, and he just stays. There's only Constantine and now Zed can see him. And he is what? Melanated. Because you need melanated beings to keep your nasty ass going on and on and on. And one day, the melanated children, they will wake up and see that what you are doing, they are not going to want anything to do with you. It will be the melanated children to wake up. Since you put the melanated children to sleep, it will be the melanated children to wake up. Those you put to sleep will be possibly long gone like me. You put me to sleep. But I woke up. I am awakened now. And those that will come in the future, they will wake up too and they will know about your ass. It will be before you have everyone robotic. You think you are going to have everyone robotic and everything will be okay-dory the way you like? No. Your plans are not going to go through. You shall see. Your plans will not go through. Your shit will not go on forever and ever. Someone is going to come and they're going to slay that motherfucking dragon and the syndrome will be dead. The same way Rome is so-called dead. But the syndrome will not be so-called dead. It will kill out Rome. It will kill out the sin. And it is then so going to get the dragon. That dragon, that snake will stop growing and going on and on and on. Shit talker out.